No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Transmission from Smarkdown Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
And welcome to Tuesday Night Smarkdown. It is the A show of MOWP. It is the A host in me, Adam Baum, the Jew that leads the crew. Tonight, my crew consists of a duo. We will introduce my co-host. Guest host is not here. He had diarrhea is why he called in. So no Kevin. It's just me and Medine. What's up, Medine?
Be as it should be. I'm glad that Smackdown decided to keep up with us. You know why?
Why?
Because we've always been the A show, and now they decided to redraft themselves and bring some more A talent. Got rid of the jobbers, kind of like we did. Kevin's not here.
Oh, yeah. Keep talking.
I'm just saying. So we're back as a team. Adam's having some lighting issues. Apparently he wants to get it lit in here. I thought that had already occurred, but apparently, yeah, we need more lights.
No, so here's the thing. No, here's the thing about that is I've learned how to use the board and the computer and everything else. So now
but the lights seem to trip you up.
Right, so I have to fuck something up.
The whole twisting of the knob.
Yeah, so since I have to fuck something up, why not make it the lights? Just makes sense.
That's a minor when it comes to you, so I guess we'll go with that. So I'm the A- co-host. We got the A+ host. We make the A show together. I'm glad.
Speaking of together,
what we got?
We got more than just us. You can't forget the board.
Woo!
We got Teddy is here.
Oh man, I have no idea what's going
on. Sierra Ann is here. Telionis or Telianis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that
Thelonious?
right. Thelonious, maybe. I don't know. It's TEHLEONESS. Anyway, glad you're here. I rep for Texas. I love the syrup. Justin over on Twitch. Kashmir and Juan is here. What's up? He says, call me Leo. I can't read that he wrote that on there. Hey, Leo. Sierra Ann is also joining us. And guess what? Because our show has gotten better, Medine, I'm going to have to get this updated because we don't have 3 key ingredients tonight. We got 5.
What you need to make a good Smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
We never actually did name the first one.
Okay.
We'll just call it a 7-foot cheap shot. How about that? Number 2,
sure.
Class of 02. Number 3, 3 makes it a streak. Number 4, Nakarusev Day. And number 5, Your Wife Saved You Again.
Number 1.
Number 1. So this is going to be talking basically about a 7-footer who gets dressed out in the ring, apparently, after kicking Daniel Bryan's ass backstage.
He comes out with the jacket in hand.
And takes his spot on Miz TV.
He's dressed great. I want to know who his tailor is. He's got to be going to the big and tall. There's no way. I mean, what do you think he's wearing? A 54 long? I mean, dude's huge.
Yeah. I mean, the wingspan on a 7-footer's got to be just the length that you have to. He's not that, fat like Big Show.
No.
But his wingspan's still there, so you know that they had to, custom make some shit.
Absolutely. And he looked good too, I must say. But is this a new image? Because we're used to not, he doesn't come out this way. This is the first time he's taking his time. He's putting his jacket on. He's getting his watch. This is.
I thought that was more because he just got done beating some ass backstage.
Okay,
and he probably took the jacket off.
But this is going to be
it's custom.
His presentation to us going forward. That's what I'm saying. This is his entrance when he comes to the ring. He's going to be putting his watch back on. You don't think so? That's how I took it.
All I know is that I rep for Texas says tonight's show is better than last night's. Well, that's
already
obvious. And Stike says the opening segment was better than the entirety of Raw.
We're like, oh, I thought they just meant Smarkdown over Rawsome.
So what I find funny is you had all that talking smack heat between Miz and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan basically, sorry, your show got canceled when Miz went to Monday night, and he said it. He brought it up, and it's so fucking true.
That's what Miz does. He goes to that real shit.
And everybody was so excited for that confrontation tonight. And I'm sitting there watching Big Cass go on and on and on and on and on. Well, we're going to continue with all this. And I'm wondering, why the hell has Daniel Bryan not come out by now? And then we find out he was hurt backstage. This is a stall, Medine.
Of course it's a stall. And thank goodness. Let's not say, oh, well, what are they doing? Because in the past, we've always been like, oh, they're blowing their load. So now they're actually, hey, foreplay. We're not even at first base yet. We're just getting to the ballpark right now. Let's take our time. There's 4 months to do this.
Obviously, Cass is going to be in that Greatest Royal Rumble now, though, with Daniel Bryan, because they're going to fight at Backlash, apparently. And Miz is just going to do his thing in the background, work his way up, to make sure he's said goodbye to the mid-card and gone back to the A-list where he belongs, not just in title.
Do you think that there will be some type of confrontation between the two at the Royal Rumble? The greatest Royal Rumble.
With Big Cass and Daniel Bryan, absolutely.
No.
With Daniel Bryan and Miz, no.
You don't
That's
think
why
so?
they're not programmed together.
You think it won't be any at all?
If they're both in it, it's after one has gone away. IA Strike Force, he said it right. He says, why throw away Bryan and Miz at Backlash?
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not.
They might not even do it at Money in the Bank. They might wait all the way to SummerSlam.
No, so I'm thinking SummerSlam. That's why I said they got 4 months to do this.
And Cashmere says they do this blindsided somebody got, hit backstage thing once a year. Miz and Daniel won't happen until SummerSlam. Juan agrees with us.
I say, though, that they will have some type of face-to-face on Friday on TV.
Leo says that Big Cass, now we'll go back to it with his comment. Leo says that Big Cass showed that he has the capacity to make a character with tonight.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They gave him a jacket. They gave him a look. Obviously, his persona off of or outside the ring is one of, hey, I got money. I like nice things. He had some rings on too. The house that Carmella ended up getting wasn't a small one. Yeah, it was a fucking mansion, if I'm not mistaken. Because let's not forget that they just recently broke up within the past 6 months or so, right? So now she has the nice house that he had purchased. So he likes to flaunt and be lavish.
Well, Sierra Ann and Stike Leather are talking about what if Miz and Big Cass are kind of like a team or an affiliation. I don't like that at all.
I don't like it either, but it won't be the first time Miz has done that.
I
with
think
a big man.
If anything, it might be the fake. I want to be your friend and use you.
Of course,
but I don't think it'll be a full-on partnership.
No, but Miz will do what it takes, kayfabe, to get Cass to do his dirty work for him.
And Juan disagrees with me. He says that they are going to tangle in the Rumble. He says Miz is going to throw Daniel out.
Okay. I mean, I like it. I think they're going to have a face-to-face, and they both get thrown out in opposite directions.
Yeah. Ira for Texas says it'd be funny if Big Cass screws up Carmella's rematch with Charlotte and costs her the title.
No.
Just going out there. I think Big Cass and Carmella are going to stay far away from each other character-wise.
Right. Either that or they might get back together. You never know.
So, basically, Miz did a great job of hyping his Fatal 4-Way. He found himself talking smack grudge. Why did he bring up the daughter thing? You know, he said that this grudge goes back a while.
That's why.
He said, my daughter makes me let go of grudges. I guess your bond with yours lets you hold on. That was a little weird.
No, it plays exactly into what Miz always does. Brings the reality of everything into his promos. And he's going that far. And because to get people emotionally invested, he's got to make it very personal. And just to talk about his baby daughter, why not? That's good. That's going too far.
And by the way, I know I'm going back and forth because so is the board on the
right.
thing here, but they're saying Big Cass needs him to look good on a promo. I thought Big Cass did fine tonight on the promo. My big question mark has always been him in the ring. He's a little stiff. He's not as quick as other big men we're used to.
No, he is a little bit. I don't know if it's that he's stiff, Adam. I think part of it is that he has a limited repertoire of maneuvers. He doesn't have a huge move set that he does. I mean,
if
his
he's
finisher
a
is
singer,
an elbow
he's got,
drop.
Yeah, if he's a singer, he's got one octave.
Right. He needs something. He needs something more than. He needs to be able to use his height as power. To get people up that high and drop them from up. That's gonna create that impact for him. Right now, yeah, he's good on the mic. He's decent, but what kind of depth does he have? Right, he was just threatening to kick Miz's ass tonight. Big deal. I want to see him.
No, he wasn't threatening to kick Miz's ass. It was
he
Daniel
was
Bryan.
at first he was because Miz was like, "Oh, who do you think you are?" And he's like,
"Well,
"Oh,
no."
I'll,
He
I'll
said,
show
"You don't have
you
a
whore."
guess. Now you got a guess." He was just talking
No,
shit.
no. Later on, they were kind of bucking up to one another before they decided, "Oh, this is about Daniel Bryan." This is common. This is a frenemy thing.
All right, and as we're going to move on, I'm going to read this statement because this one sums it up well to move on. Anybody cutting a promo with The Miz is going to fall short, to be fair.
No,
in this case, to be fair to Big Cass, but really to be fair to anybody.
So, if anything, Big Cass held his own with Miz, being this is the first time he's really spoken on a mic in
he wasn't too bad.
No, he was all right.
Number
2, class of 02. OVW, Shelton Benjamin, and Randy Orton, back in 2002, were part of that. Tonight, they show, 16 years later, still look pretty good in the ring.
They do. And I had mentioned that
Shelton finally looked like his old self.
I don't know if that he looked like his old self.
More than he has, is what I'm saying.
I know, but
not entirely.
I've got a high expectation. What I say to you earlier, I was writing some notes last night, and at first my comment with Shelton was, and this is quote, this is straight from the notebook here. What else does he have at this point? He's a logical fit for the losing end of future mid-card matches. What I wouldn't give, though, to see him in peak condition for one more run. And hopefully this is it. But he needs to get into a little bit better shape. But hopefully this is it. But what I don't though...
He stole a win from Randy Orton tonight.
He didn't really... Yeah, I guess he kind of stole it. But what I don't want to see is... It's not the nostalgia thing, but maybe there needs to be another person from this era injected into that to make it a 4-way. And I know we don't like to make 4-ways and whatnot.
Well, here's the weird love triangle that you're talking about that's playing out. It's a lot more than just that. Jinder is fighting Jeff for the U.S. title.
Right.
Because I'll just segue backwards for a second. Miz could conceivably bring the IC title over to SmackDown with him, and Jinder could take the U.S. back to Raw.
True.
Depending on which match is first will kind of reveal the fate of the other on that card, unfortunately.
Right.
But at the end, Jinder is the one who screwed Randy tonight. Not Jeff, not Shelton. Jinder and his little sing guy coming out and attacking Jeff cost Randy the distraction. So it's a weird way they're building it. It does kind of feel a little subterfuge of the whole what we just did with Randy and Bobby. And they're using Shelton instead of Jinder. But that's just my quick take.
That's better. It's a better alternative. Thank goodness we don't have what's-his-face over here. Freaking...
the shit in the middle?
Yeah, that guy. To talk about Mr. What's-his-name. I don't even want to talk about him right now. He's on the other show.
And I know you don't want to mention Monday nights, but Cashmere brings us up. breaking up Benjamin and Gable was actually pretty good for both. Gable had a good match last night against Jinder, and Benjamin had a nice match tonight with the win over Randy.
Speaking of Monday nights, as a matter of fact, he's on Monday nights. Let's not forget he got traded in the stupid the stupid star shakeup.
I'm tired of
He's
you
the only
wasting
stupid star
airtime
that got traded.
on this.
I just want to make sure he on Monday that he reports to Raw.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Anyway, Jeff Hardy, he's hurt. He sold it walking out tonight.
Did not. I want to say.
But then he was fine when
No.
he did his little shimmy.
Yeah, no. He wasn't.
And then he was back to hurt when a sing attack.
He wasn't selling that. He was. He came out half-assed because he knew Randy was going to interrupt his music. That's what I want. That's how.
So what do you think about the turnabout fair play here? Before we move on,
Randy did it
they
better.
each walked by each
Randy did it better. He actually sold his entrance like he didn't know that was going to happen. Jeff did not. And as far as what you can't recreate 2007 through 9 where these guys were in their peak state. That's what I just want to say.
You can use them to elevate some others around.
Are they going to do that, or are they just feuding with each other right now because they don't really want to let them touch the other guys?
Well, Kashmir suggests that maybe Randy's going to screw up the match on Friday so that Jeff wins by DQ or keeps the belt because of DQ.
Maybe.
In any event, I'm kind of done with this topic.
Number 3.
Number 3. Medina and I are going to get a little heated, I think, on this one because we disagree. But 3 in a row makes it a streak. That's not where Medina and I disagree.
No,
what we disagree
is a streak. I agree with that.
Whether or not Asuka has now lost 2 in a row. And I say, even though it's a tag match, she never used to lose tag matches when she had the undefeated streak. I know she didn't take the pin, Medine, but Iconics won tonight over Becky and Asuka by beating, and you know they're going to say it next week, how they're better than Asuka again.
In the record books, it will show that the Iconic duo, or the Iconics now, defeated Becky Lynch and Asuka. It'll show that. But we both know, and well, at least to me, if you didn't get pinned in the match, you didn't lose. The person who got pinned lost the match. You might have been involved, and in the record book, you'll be involved in the loss.
On the win-loss record, you show a loss for the night.
And that sucks. You should only get...
You show an L for the night.
You know what they should have? A separate pinfall losses, like the ones that you actually took shoulders down on.
Oh, I'm sure somebody has corrected that.
You're right.
I'm sure there is that stat, but in the grand scheme of things, when you look at the Bleacher Report rundown of tonight, it says Becky and Asuka lost to Iconics. Okay, then they're going to explain how, but that's it.
Now I'm going to explain to you how Asuka losing at WrestleMania was good for her, because now what it does, it takes that aura of invincibility and allows her to be not regular. She's still elevated, but it lets her be with the rest of them, not with that pressure of having every week to come up with some way for her to keep winning.
And IREF for Texas says this is the way Iconics are doing it. This is how the Bellas first were when they came up. Which, by the way, the Bellas, other than the Twin Magic, were very similar to who Iconics I think is more like, which is Lay Cool.
Oh, come on. You got it. They're not even close. These two, I'm not sure, Adam, if it's heel heat or if it's just that I don't like them. I kind of don't like. I'm leaning towards I just don't like them.
Why?
I'm not sure. They don't sell that whole sarcastic,
disrespectful, stupid idiot.
No. I just, to compare them to Lay Cool, it's too soon. Way too soon.
Anaconda Vice just got here. Iconic pinned Becky, so I don't think it will hurt Asuka in the long run because she's going to get the title at SummerSlam. That's from Stike. I would imagine maybe by SummerSlam. I'm just worried that this is total disregard anymore for whether or not she's going to be showcased. Her being knocked out of the ring, at least if one of them grabs her ankles while she tries to break up the pin or something, I don't know, save a little face. She wasn't even around or involved.
I think she'll remain unpinned for a while.
Okay, yeah, and unsubmitted, except for she already was.
Except for that one, yeah. I think she'll go.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, you want to keep talking about it?
About Asuka? Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say. You've said it before, but go ahead.
No, I haven't said it yet.
All right, go for it.
I'm fine with her going along with one loss for a while, just being that one loss that she has. That's what I want to see.
Number 4, Nakarusev Day.
I thought we were calling this We Be Clubbing.
Then you said you wanted to call it Nakarusev Day.
No, I just said that I just threw it out there.
In any event, the club, two sweets back together.
We Be Clubbing.
And Nakamura gets a new theme, and Aiden English gets featured again amongst some great talent.
He's always the beneficiary. Like, he's going to be, like, he might be really good one day.
Well, the club got to
he's
shine
really
here.
He's good
This
now.
is their second week on SmackDown from the shakeup. Actually, last week they only got a promo, a little slide.
Yeah, they did. They got a slide.
So this is their first night officially
and they're
on
on the
here.
main event.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong?
Roller with AJ, you know, I would have liked to see a group entrance. I know you said the champ gets his own thing.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
That's
the
fine.
Champ deserves his own thing.
Okay, that's fine.
If he wasn't champion,
But
I would side with you.
this is the first time they're bringing them out, though, in a while. And they kind of I wish they hadn't played their hand so early. It would have been better had he not said a word about it.
13,200 wants me to quote something I said last night.
What'd you say last night?
That Raw took our jobbers. Like South Park. I said it better last night.
Oh, no.
They took our jobbers.
That's
Anyway,
cool. I'm
better.
glad that they did.
The club needs to be more of a stable IA Strike Force is saying.
It's the first night.
It is. I really liked it. Okay. I liked the way it played. It adds a level to AJ after the belt if he's going to lose to Knock. Who knows when? I think it's a sooner or than later kind of thing because AJ doesn't need it, and others are going to enter into that title contention. Daniel Bryan, Miz, on the horizon.
I love AJ.
I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, if Miz and Bryan at SummerSlam is for the title.
Maybe. I don't know about that. But
why not?
Because their grudge is bigger than
Yeah, but
the
they
title.
always throw titles into those things.
And he did mention a title. But listen, I love AJ as champion. I do. And as a matter of fact, I wish Kevin was here, even though he's on Mondays now, because 2 days from now, AJ's reign as champion will be longer than Jinder's. And that is a good thing.
I think that's why he's dodging us.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the we're going to just shit all over him and Jinder
Of
stuff.
course. Well, it doesn't matter. So next time that he comes, because the Royal Rumble is until Friday, AJ will still be champion and break Jinder's record. But here's the thing about AJ. We have to see him chase it now. His character's getting a little stale. And to showcase Nakamura as a heel or create heat for someone else to come up and be a heel, that would be more deserving. Rusev.
Kashmir
There's a lot
says
of
that
people out there.
Nakamura was amazing tonight. He proves you can be an effective heel without saying a single word.
Oh, for sure.
There needs to be more people in a group. Back in the day, there was a gang of people in the group. The most we see now is like 3. That's from my rep for Texas. I'm okay with the faction when it's done right. When they Frankenstein a group together for no reason, like they did League of Nations, they're like, "Hey, you're all foreigners. We'll make you do that."
It works sometimes. I think 4 or 5 is really the limit.
Yeah. And IA Strike Force and I Rep for Texas are talking about Anderson taking the bullet tonight for him. The other one, Stikelether points out, I love Shinsuke's new music because you really can't sing along with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no more. Yeah, and I called that too before he comes out. I'm like, is something
I thought it was
different
just the
about to
change
happen?
of like the video package at the beginning, the amp or whatever.
No,
was there.
no, I just had a innate feeling. Something told me. Maybe it was Latino Dom that sent me a text.
Okay, now here's the thing about having a great show that Leo's asking the question on the board. Very, very simply, we got a promo package for Almas, and we got no sanity.
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't even notice the Almost promo package.
But my point being is there is a lot of stuff
That's not a good thing.
that you have to put into a show. There was 4 matches tonight. Honestly, I wouldn't have minded if either team was in, but they're waiting.
Bro,
Bludgeon Brothers and Usos have to play out past Friday.
aside from that match,
And now Sanity will get involved in whatever they do after the fact with Bludgeon and Usos.
right, but other than that match was one of the 4. So if you just went with 3 matches, tonight's SmackDown still felt pretty packed. Like they were able to throw a bunch of things in there, and that's what I think I like about having everybody. If they can keep doing that in some way.
Raw 3 hours dragged and didn't even bother. They put 10. There was a 10-woman tag match as the main event.
I heard about it.
Oh my God.
I mean, I didn't hear about it. But.
I mean, Brian wanted to leave the show. I think he might be joining us in place of Kevin. Instead of that's the future consideration.
We don't need to replace Kevin.
I know, but it was future considerations.
This
and
is a really good show. You know how good this show's going right now?
Yeah. Well, think about this.
You bring a third person in there, that's when you're fucking up.
Not surprising that Knock won and he pinned one of the club, Gallows.
2's company, 3's a crowd.
Okay, not surprising that. But Shelton beating Randy, I'm surprised there. Jimmy beating Rowan because his wife came out, whatever. And Iconics beating Asuka and Becky. Again.
The upsets tonight.
Yeah.
And Rusev Day.
Exactly.
Naka Rusev Day. They won. We had mostly heels winning tonight.
Exactly.
That was good.
It played very well. It really worked, and that's why we got such a good show.
5.
Number 5, Your Wife Saved You Again.
Smarkdown presents.
Good. Bad. And glorious.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Board, you can play along with us. It is time for our good, bad, glorious. We got creative fail and we got LOL to round it out. Those are our 5 awards. Medine, help me get it started with the good.
The good was good to see Miz starting off the show.
There you go. That'll earn you a coin. Always talking about the Miz. Get your coins on this
start
show.
The heat that he got. I mean, it was just as if picked up as if he hadn't even left.
And Sierra Ann, off topic as always, asked if Nakamura has long legs. I believe his inseam is disproportionate to the rest of his body. I don't know if I would consider his legs long.
It could be the pants.
Yeah, it could be the pants. It could be also the way that culture wears their stuff up near their belly button.
That stance that he does is kind of odd.
Yeah, all of that's good. My good is Shelton Benjamin getting the victory tonight. I didn't see that coming. I'm glad he wasn't used as cannon fodder. I'm glad he didn't join the job squad right after the superstar shakeup. He's out there and he's done something right. I think that's good. He beat Randy Orton. Randy Orton is no slouch when you look at his freaking resume. Nobody has more than that guy.
Oh no, that's Hall of Fame resume already.
Yeah, and sadly, you know who has the most comparable resume? Is Sheamus.
Sheamus, yeah.
Sheamus, checking all those boxes of all those big events. Anyway, the board, let's see what they say. Good, no shit in the middle for Teddy. Good, Nakamura, he was pretty good tonight, and his new theme song was great. That's Kashmir. I love Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina video package. That's from Stike. His good. Big Cass saying he is money, throwing shade at Carmella. That's from Anaconda Vice. Is his good. And it should be the good, bad, and phenomenal awards since we don't have Bobby on SmackDown anymore. That's what Kashmir says.
That's not a bad suggestion.
It's not a bad suggestion, but it was glorious before we even had Bobby.
I'm just saying.
It could use a tweak. Me and Medine will confer.
I don't know. Glorious. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Bad. I'm gonna start off bad. And I'm sad to say this. Samoa Joe, his promo was exactly the same.
This is true.
And to add to the bad, I didn't get to see him in the ring.
Yeah.
So that's my bad. It's kind of it is what it is. But he said the exact same things because they're just stalling till Backlash because he's feuding with a guy that he's not on the same show with. And he's in a feud for a belt that isn't on his show either. It's a very weird situation for Samoa Joe.
It is a bit odd. Okay. I'll give you that. That's fine.
All right. What do you got for your bad?
My bad is it was tough too. There was a lot of good on the show, but one thing that I did not like. Iconic duo, their promo before the match.
You're killing me, Small.
I'm sorry. I'm just not there with them yet.
I don't know how to
I'm not there with them yet.
It's a shame.
Well, no, I think it's a shame you've propelled them so highly, and I know you've.
I'm not propelled them so highly.
Right. You've had the experience of watching them. This is my first. Give them time. Maybe they'll grow on me. Maybe.
Maybe Medine. That's what it is. Anyway, bad all over the board. Let's see what it is. New Day and the Bar for one. Big Cass's shoes. What are those? That's what Anaconda Vice says. Sierra says she's bad. Bad for Carmella not holding that title past Backlash. She's going to lose to Charlotte. That's Stike. Oh, God, here we go. The Joe promos. He does every promo the same way. Starts quiet, then shouts the last bit, and repeats it 3 to 4 times, then done. That's from Leo.
Hey, well,
if
it works.
He's the Samoan Paul Heyman. Is that? I don't know.
If it works.
Bad for Cashmere. I love Carmella, but she plays the same video package from last week twice, and her promo work was really bad tonight.
So she did the same thing, basically.
Yep. I forgot. Late good. Justin said Naomi distraction. He says bad. Samoa Joe don't help the Samoan situation. And I rep for Texas. I don't like Samoa Joe. It's always the same with him.
Oh, come on, guys.
His ring work is better than his promos. His promos are solid, but he does. You know how everybody says the same damn thing, but they pick up a thesaurus and they find new ways to say it.
He does too, but not really.
Joe's vocabulary, I don't think is.
I think it's up there.
He doesn't have the gift of gab. He's no Mike Cena.
No. He's not Mike Cena. Of course not. Jeez.
All right. It is. Anyway, let's go now to the Glorious. Possibly the last time for it, Medine.
No. Calm down.
I said possibly.
Relax.
You relax. Give me the fucking Glorious.
No, these, don't go jump into everything people on the board say. You have to make a bunch of changes all of a sudden. Idiot. Yeah.
Just go.
Glorious, even though they tipped their hand a bit, was seeing the club back together.
Okay. I liked it. What do you think about this?
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Even Roddy approves.
He was clubbing too.
If he could have joined them instead of Undisputed Era, he probably would have. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, my Glorious, I was thinking about, the new Shinsuke theme. I was thinking about Carmella. The only good point she made is that a champion should always come out last. I like that. I was thinking about the fact that no Paige and no Shane tonight, and it was still an excellent show. But what trumped them all is that my boy Miz is back on Tuesdays. And that's
true.
All that matters.
That's
Glorious.
Awesome.
Yeah, Glorious and Rawsome.
In that too.
Yeah. Anyway, Glorious, phenomenal, the club. That's for Justin. Flair botched the Carmella throwing her head onto the table. The hat split, if y'all saw it, just throwing that out there quick.
Now we fast-forwarded that shit.
Yeah, I didn't care about any of that.
I saw a spoiler online before it happened, and I was just like, okay, keep going.
Cashmere's there with me. He says, Glorious, not the match, but the Iconics. Becky Lynch and Asuka on my TV.
On.
That match should have been sponsored by Jergens Lotion. Yummy. He's not talking about anything other than their looks there.
Okay, no, I'm not going to kick any of them out of bed.
He's not really, exactly.
Right. I ain't kicking out of bed. I'm just saying.
Glorious, Anaconda Vice, Shinsuke with another nutcracker.
It's like his new finisher, bro.
Instead of he spelled it like
it's a signature
Kinshasa.
move.
Call it nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
Butt scratcher. Glorious, nothing for Teddy. Teddy must have been too stoned to pay attention to the show.
It was a pretty good. It was actually better
Teddy,
than decent.
you missed something.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
I'll say this was a good Smackdown.
He should start paying attention. We're going to go on to Creative Fail. I'm going to start this one.
Okay.
Wow. Naomi is suddenly the Bludgeon Brothers kryptonite? What the fuck is that?
That was mine.
That's the only thing I had a problem with tonight.
Same
that
thing.
I really just like, I was like,
wait a minute. So they're supposed to be worried about her?
Yeah. And
Or was it that her entrance is just so mesmerizing that they just had to focus on all their attention on the Titantron?
This is fine. They have been kicked by the Usos before and fought back like in no-cell territory.
Right?
Okay? But when she distracts them, a super kick beats him. It's like Superman. He's bulletproof, but then you get him near kryptonite, and now you can shoot him.
Right.
So apparently he's their kryptonite. And I fucking hate Superman, by the way. But I could not help.
Didn't Action Comics just have number 1,000?
I don't know. When Batman gets to 1,000, talk to me. It's not far.
Action Comics.
He's in the 970s. Detective. Yeah. Well, Superman sucks. They're only keeping it alive because of that. Creative fail, Medine.
No, we're unanimous on that, bro.
Okay, good. Creative fail, the contract sign. That was really bad, Cashmere says.
That would have been a close. That was a close second.
There's never been a good contract signing.
No, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Maybe when Punk did it with Punk did a couple of good ones.
Well, Rousey shocked me putting H through the table. I'll say that.
Rock and Stone Cold were pretty good.
If
you go back, you could find the good ones, but nothing recent.
You got to time travel. Creative fail. Carmella showing last week's video package twice. That's from Justin. Let's see. Creative fail. Carmella, she needs to get rid of that singlet and go back to what made her stand out. I don't know. I think the outfit is the only good thing about her, Stike. Anyway, creative fail. Naomi, 100% booking, needs to cut that nonsense. That's from Anaconda Vice. And Sierra Ann keeps trying to get me to Google something. I'm in the middle of hosting a show, Sierra Ann. I'm not ignoring you. Maybe I will after the show. Either way, you'll never get my reaction to it because I'm not going to do it during the middle of the show. Sorry.
Ninja, please.
Moving on. LOL. What's yours, Medine?
You fucking just now, Sierra Ann. That shit was funny as fuck.
All right. Well, it was okay.
But on the show-wise, fucking the bar interrupting New Day while they're trying to, Sheamus picks up their pancakes, takes them with. That was actually funny.
It was
made
funny.
me chuckle. And let's not forget that it was how funny it wasn't for the New Day when the bar ended their streak. That was the team who did it. So
okay.
I'll be looking forward to this feud again.
Now, I'm not discounting the feud at all, but I said this last night, and this does play for tonight. The bar is fighting the Deleters of Worlds, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, on Friday.
Okay.
If the bar were to win, SmackDown not only would get all these great tag teams, would also have 2 belts.
No, that's not going to happen.
And Raw would have 0. I'm just saying, another gut punch to Rob.
If the bar wins, they're going back to Raw.
No. I want them to bring the titles
I
here.
I know.
As it would be the equivalent of what Shinsuke's doing to AJ to Rob. Just
right.
Go ahead and we took your tag teams. Now we're going to take the title.
No speak English.
Yeah. Sorry. No comment.
Not cracker.
Right. All right. My LOL is Big Cass. That he hates his small self.
Like, when was he ever small? When he was like 6? He was like probably
he could have been like David Robinson and like
5'7".
late.
Speaking of David Robinson, today's the 24th anniversary of his 71-point game that got him over the mark to beat Shaq at the end of the season.
Which is the only.
And I brought that up because you're a Spurs fan.
Asterisk on his career.
I loved it, by the way.
But yeah, I mean, the team just fed him the ball and he just kept shooting and shooting. I mean, that's how Iverson averaged 30 a game, was just shooting and shooting and shooting.
I brought that up, guys, because he's a big Spurs fan and I'm a big David Robinson fan. It just happened today.
We're also the only 2 people that could talk basketball of our marked out panel. LOL, greatest Royal Rumble has no stakes but a bum-ass trophy. That's for Anaconda Vice.
What's up with that?
Right? Here's the trophy. At least it doesn't look like ovaries. LOL award. By the way, Naomi, she wins that battle royal, and now she's a prop to the tag team and her husband. And, wow, I don't want to talk about that anymore. LOL award, how one segment on SmackDown trumped everything on Raw. That's from Stike Leather. So true.
You talking about the Miz TV?
Any segment.
Right.
except for Naomi. LOL, Justin said the bar. I forgot we still had Naomi when I was like, they took, all our trash.
Nah. Naomi, she's gotten better.
I don't care. I'm done with it. I don't care. LOL, the New Day, a wine glass full of cereal and a plate of pancakes. That's for Kashmir. And LOL, Sierra Ann says, I don't know why.
All right.
Now it's time for our reduced housekeeping.
iTunes.
And we go on to this. Medine, you ready?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready. I am ready.
Brian phoned it in last night on the dirt sheet, so I hope you got a lot of stuff.
Bro,
he was talking about The Rock's fucking baby.
Now, I was going to congratulate The Rock for having his 3rd daughter, Tiana Gia Johnson. So congratulations. But we'll get that out of the way. No, lately I've been...
All right, now you can go.
Yeah, lately I've not been riding dirty. I've been doing terrible in the mud report. department.
Oh,
So
Leo says, I just thought of something. Since Shakeup started 2 years ago, SmackDown was good. Last year, Raw was good. This year, SmackDown's good. We have some attempt at creating brand warfare going on here.
I hope so.
I would argue that, unfortunately, the difference is at KO's expense, but The Miz is the difference.
The Miz is the difference to me.
Top heel.
I agree.
Because AJ's a face now.
And
Not that AJ was the top heel. AJ's the top guy.
I just feel like the title picture is so strong because you could even pluck mid-carders and have them job to the champ or the number one contender for a while.
And we're never going to believe any of those guys on Raw are going to vault to the Universal title because Brock's never even there to wrestle. So, the opportunities that are on SmackDown are because the title's there.
Right.
That's really the land of opportunity should translate to our champion shows up. That's how we became the land of opportunity.
Pretty much.
Somebody needs to make that a pipe bomb on the show. All right, Medine, go.
All right. So, like I said, I've been slacking on the news lately, so I decided I would, step it up a little bit. So the source here is WrestlingInc.com. Catherine Alexander has filed a lawsuit naming WWE and 2K as defendants. And you're going to say, oh, who the hell is Catherine Alexander? It kind of sounds like it's out of nowhere, right?
Oh, no. Kalisto's going to challenge Cedric for the title.
Okay,
Anyway.
great.
Go on.
So
Catherine Alexander.
Is that out of nowhere, right? Who the hell is she?
That's why I brought up Kalisto.
Right? She has been Randy's tattoo artist since 2003, and her claim is that all of his ink is her own original art, and it accuses WWE and 2K of copyright infringement because Orton's tats are so accurately depicted in the most recent video game. In the past, she was offered a measly $450 by WWE as compensation for use of her work, which obviously she refused. And she recently filed for copyrights on all of the tattoos that Randy has had done by her back in March. Now, the point here, though, is WWE and 2K...
out, so go ahead. Tell me the point.
Right, 2K are named as defendants, but Randy is not named as a defendant in this legal matter. So we'll see how they decide to resolve it. But I can't imagine, like, there are other tattoo artists that have tattooed WWE superstars.
Now,
could they come out and do the same thing?
Now, here's a weird thing, okay? The 2K basketball game used to have a feature on the college mode where you could add their name to the jersey. Okay, this is back when no teams had that.
Right.
Okay, now if I add their name, does that mean they get it? No. Now, once you put a tattoo on somebody's body, I believe it's their property, clearly.
Apparently
regardless of the owner. Now, however, you are taking a piece of artwork, and 2K is using it to sell. Now, I don't think they're entitled to much, like maybe a penny of every game that was sold, and they'll get a $60,000 settlement out of the deal or something. But they are using their designs, their whatever. The artist, not necessarily the tattoo artist.
Right.
The artist, I believe, has some claim to that image.
Especially if it's original art. Yeah, intellectual property.
Correct. That's where I'm saying. So I agree, and she should be compensated to some degree. But it is stupid. This is what you led with.
Adam, this
is what you led with?
Because they offered her $450.
But this is what you led with on the Mud or what are we, Mud Report? What show am I on?
Well, what else I got?
I don't know. Go to something else.
All right. This is former SmackDown GM Vicky Guerrero went to Twitter to help find her an agent to land auditions for TV and film. Hurricane Helms decided to respond to her tweet by saying, "Hey, you should talk to Paul Heyman. I heard he got Brock a sweet deal," indicating that Brock's future deal with WWE is probably even better than the last one he had. So he's probably going to show up even less and wrestle. Probably. Who knows when he's ever going to drop that Universal title. If he doesn't drop it Friday, he's not going to drop it Friday because...
No, they're going to let him beat Punk Streak.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he's going with it.
Bang, bang!
What else?
So Paul will not be at the Royal Rumble on Friday. Yeah. He's not booked
Cactus
to be
Jack is your new and then. That's how I want to go to the next
I
one.
like that. Cactus Jack is one of my favorites.
So take the hint and move on.
All right. That's pretty much all I had. There wasn't really anything big to go on as far as news went. So.
IA Strikeforce says that this is apparently this could affect, not just WWE but NBA sports and stuff too, because they get the tats right on all the athletes on the other games as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a tough situation. I believe at the end of the day, you could also say the intellectual property is the person who recreates it digitally. This would be a very weird case and would get thrown out or settled out of court.
That's where it's going. It's going to settle out of court. I'm figuring, like you said, some high five-figure sum will be delivered.
And Stike's still talking about Alexa's boobs.
Now, are those new or not?
I thought they were old.
Okay.
According to Stike and the board last night, it was kind of torn. She had a procedure I thought done a while ago, and now they have new ones. So
maybe they're updated. They were like the job wasn't done the first time, so she went back and got them redone real quick, and bam,
Bang!
Exactly. So are we moving on?
That's what we just explained this. Check the tape.
Okay, yeah, we can move on. Sure.
Bang, bang!
No, go to a next. What else is on the dirt sheet?
On the dirt sheet, pretty much no. That was it. What? That was better than what I've come up with the past couple of weeks. What the hell? I don't see you coming up with anything.
I don't need to come up with anything. I bring the talent.
No, you don't. You just bring the pushing of the buttons, and that's pretty much what you bring. I haven't even looked for this shit.
This day in wrestling history.
I don't know what Medine is saying because I'm just the monkey who pushed the button for mute on his microphone. But this is the most must-play game in MOWP history. It is time for This Day in Wrestling History. Here's your host, Maybe Medine.
I'm not the host. You're the host.
I'm the host of Smarkdown.
Yeah, I'm just.
You're the host of This Day in Wrestling History.
Oh, so this is like my own show now.
You have two segments
it's a
every
freaking
week.
game.
So
I don't have to be a freaking game show host. Jeez. I have
Jeez.
enough jobs, dude. Try to give me more jobs.
Are you doing an impersonation?
He's an angry elf.
Because you sound like him.
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
Get on with the game.
Anyway. All right. So, as always, first question. Who beat who? Kofi Kingston or Sheamus?
Kofi Kingston or Sheamus?
Two guys with like we were saying, when it's all said and done, those two guys are going to have, packed resumes, but you're not really going to think about it.
Not Kofi.
Kofi, yeah.
No.
Plenty
no,
of IC
no.
and tag titles.
While we wait for the board to catch up, when I'm talking about Sheamus,
Well, he's
having
got a
great
huge resume. He's got a Hall of Fame
Sheamus
resume.
has won the Royal Rumble. Sheamus
have to
has
go
won
over-
a Money in the Bank.
I'm aware.
Sheamus is a 4-time heavyweight champion. Those are all things that Kofi has never sniffed.
You know what he's never done either? He's never met Medine. Sheamus has met Medine. That vaults him over the top.
Anyway, I'm going to say Kofi. And the board says Mika Meach, Kofi, Stike, Kofi, Justin, IA, Strikeforce, Cash, and Teddy all say Sheamus. Who is it?
The answer is Kofi Kingston. Buzz yourselves, you wrongers.
I said it was Kofi.
No, the wrongers.
All right, I give it to everybody.
Buzz them all. Next.
Yeah.
How long did it take Kofi to defeat Sheamus? Closest without going over.
How long did it take Kofi to defeat Sheamus? That night, I'm going to say 9 minutes, 22 seconds. Teddy, of course, said 420. Justin said 732. And I Strikeforce points out that Kofi didn't sniff the WWE title, but politics.
No, this is true. But
Yeah.
I thought I always felt like Kofi could have done more.
Yeah, 11:30 for Kashmir, 7 minutes for Mika Meach, 2 minutes for Anaconda Vice, and 7:32 I said for Justin, 11:31 for Stike, 8 minutes for Leo. Who's right? 10:55 IA Strikeforce.
I believe the Anaconda Vice is correct. This was a 2-minute, 22-second match.
Wow, he said 2 minutes. Good job, Vice. This is for the rest of us. Next.
How many matches were on this card? More than 6 or less than 4?
So we can't answer 5?
Not 5.
Well, less than 4, if we want to get technical,
Less than
means
4.
that 3 or less.
3.
And more than 6 means 7 or more. So we're not allowed to guess 4, 5, or 6.
Well,
I'm gonna guess 7 or more, which is the greater than 6, because if you had a 2-minute
so
fucking
more than
match,
6. So you're going more than 6.
I'm going more than 6.
Okay.
Less
Anybody
than
going
4.
less than 4?
IA Strike Force says less than 4. Anaconda Vice says less than 4. Leo says, "Oh shit, it's because of Beat the Clock Challenge." Leo got my answer for Sierra Ann, and less than 4 for Stike. More than 6. I said less than 4 for Cash. Who's right?
Give yourself a coin, my man. More than 6. The answer was 8 matches. Coincidentally, the previous answer, Kofi Kingston, participated in 2 of the matches that night.
Okay, was it some weird like mini tournament or something?
It had to be. It was a battle royal.
Oh. Anyway, Teddy
How
said...
did he win the battle royal with the Big Show, though?
I don't know. Teddy said more than 6.
Yeah, more
But
than
he got
6.
it right. So there, Teddy, I'm not going to buzz you. You got it right, idiot. What's next?
All right. This took place in our home state of North Carolina.
Okay.
But in what city did it take place in? Did it take place in Charlotte? Did it take place in Asheville? Or neither?
Charlottesville?
Where's that at?
I don't know. That's the amalgamated name I came up with to combine Asheville.
Charlottesville?
Charlottesville.
Charlotte, Asheville, or neither?
Teddy's mad at me. I'm going to say neither. On the board, Kashmir says neither. Anaconda Vice wrote down Greensboro. Teddy said the Queen City. Stike says neither. And Justin says Charlotte. By the way, we're in Charlotte. Leo said Charlotte, too. What's the answer, Medine?
The answer is neither.
Oh, I got 3 coins tonight.
This took place
What
in
was Anaconda right? Was
the state capital of Raleigh.
Oh, it was
North
Raleigh,
Carolina.
not Greensboro, Vice. But it wasn't Charlotte or Asheville.
I thought Greensboro would definitely get everybody guessing that.
Asheville's too small. Mika Meach says neither as well.
Right.
Next.
Final question. This was a Monday Night Raw that took place on Monday, April 25th, 2009, 10, or 11.
9, 10, or 11. 2009, 2010, 2011.
Remember, we talked about Kofi Kingston, talked about Sheamus.
I'm going to say 2011. Board says, Kashmir says 2011. 09 for Mika Meach. Justin and Twitch are falling behind. Teddy somehow is keeping up. 2010. Anaconda Vice says 2010. That was a great year. I'm not going to read that. 2011 for Strikeforce and 09 on Twitch for Justin. 10 for Leo. What's the answer, Medine?
The answer is April 25th, 2011.
Oh, that's for me. That's for Cash.
You're on a roll.
That's for Strikeforce. That's for the rest of you. I got 4 out of 5.
You're
I
on
missed
your-
the time.
Bro, you're on your way to getting that invincibility star that you get.
I missed the time. We got any more? We got one more?
No, that is the
That's
final
it?
question.
Wait, what do I get for 4 out of 5?
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That sucks.
Womp womp.
One day, I'll get a prize, and you might actually deliver it
Not
if I
today.
pay for it. Tonight was a night of unpredictability. Asuka, it's a tag match, but she lost. Randy lost. I didn't really see either of those. I didn't see Rowan losing the way the Bludgeon Brothers have been squashing the shit out of the Usos. It had some good creative tendencies. I'm okay as much as I miss Sanity and Almas and Joe and the Bar and the New Day all going out to the ring. If they start giving this a little bit of an NXT feel, and I don't mean the way everybody else is talking about an NXT feel by saying it's creative, giving them the storylines, giving them the gimmicks. I'm saying you do not need the people on every single week. It is fine to have some weeks where they're not on and really build that program. It's fine to have them wrestle one week and do a promo the following week and then wrestle the week after that. They don't necessarily have to wrestle each week in 6-people tag matches and matches that don't come to conclusions. There's no point in that. And when you're building a feud, I don't want to see a one-on-one before the pay-per-view. I don't. What's the build?
You're right. I don't want to see a one-on-one before the pay-per-view. That's one thing that they've done that's watered down the pay-per-views.
And as much
aside from the fact that there are so many, now you got to watch the same match that you saw maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago.
And I think the big one is I hate it, but I don't mind it being used as a vehicle, is the guy that sits ringside while his opponent wrestles. At least that you don't have them one-on-one.
It's still real to me, damn it!
There, you happy, Teddy? Anyway.
That was a good placement for that, too, because, it creates that illusion when you've got that third guy out there. But that's something that they do. I mean, it's a go-to. You need something like that. The one thing that I don't want them to do, though, is to take people off of the screen for consecutive weeks.
Hey, contact us in your DMs. Anaconda Vice has some Raw tickets. He doesn't want to go anymore. So contact us if you want to take them.
Yeah, where are you going?
I don't know.
What city?
Stike Leather, he brings this up, so I might as well mention this. He says, George Bush is in ICU. Of course, Barbara passed a few days ago.
Oh, is that for real?
They were married for 72 years.
Right.
Okay. He woke up the next morning without the person, and I'm sure they spent nights apart during that time, but he woke up without the person he spent 72 years of his life with.
It's true.
Okay, I'm not surprised, unfortunately, that he's in ICU.
Right.
There's countless examples of stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
It's tough to go without your significant others. Anaconda Vice says Albany, 4th row. I'm from Syracuse. I don't want to go to Albany if I can help it, especially for Raw. Now.
That's far.
Yeah. And Medine's Brooklyn. You're on the wrong side.
Yeah, Albany's still far. It's like 4 hours.
Yeah. Teddy says, what's ICU? It's intensive care unit.
Yeah. That's where you don't want to be.
I guess, they have different lingo over there, so I'm not surprised. Anyway, the other big thing is we didn't even use our GMs or anything to vault storylines tonight. We didn't need to.
I thought it was a bit odd, seeing as they're bringing them in as a duo. That's the feel they gave it last week, that they didn't have them there. But they didn't really need them. The story kind of took a life of its own, and that's good. You don't want the GMs helicoptering all the time. So
Kashmir says, props to them for 72 years of marriage, because he says marriage is like having cable and only allowed to watch one channel.
Damn, that sucks.
Anyway, I really like where SmackDown is headed. I don't necessarily like that Big Cass cut off The Miz and Daniel Bryan feud, but again, it's Backlash. We have this stupid Greatest Royal Rumble fucking up our build for Backlash, which is the first joint pay-per-view. By the way, we're going to have less, but here we threw one in, which if you're on the West Coast starts at 9 a.m., and if you're on the East, it's at noon.
That would be awesome living on the West Coast, though.
Yeah, fuck work today. I'm calling
fuck work.
in.
I'm going to watch it wrestling all day.
Yeah, and it's legal there, so just enjoy it. Why not? In any event, I really like where this is headed. The show had too many topics going to 5 ingredients, but I did receive an email from Berto that I want to just kind of, let me just see, kind of highlight parts of it, because I think this could be a discussion for a future show. Medine, he was talking about, this started with a tweet with Rusev and Sami Zayn about KO and Daniel Bryan being wrestlers. Rusev said the WWE needs more superstars than wrestlers. My question, this is from Berto, his question, is who are the top 5 wrestlers? Who are the top 5 superstars? Are there crossover guys and stuff like that? So I think kind of a little homework assignment. We're going to look at building a little top 5. and do it as a fun segment next week. He says starting off, Braun Strowman is a top superstar, where like Gargano is a top wrestler, to kind of quantify that. And then who's your hybrids?
Basically, anybody who's like a technical guy with no kind of charisma is your wrestler.
Who is Lance Storm? Who is The Rock?
Well,
and who is Triple H? The hybrid.
AJ's what?
AJ's the Triple H. He's in the middle. He can wrestle and I enjoy his promos.
Okay.
Heel, face,
I was thinking
funny,
he was more wrestler than
serious. He's more wrestler, but
wrestler.
he's a hybrid. I'd put him on the top 5 for both lists. Anyway, we can discuss that next week. And
I thought I'd start with the champ who runs the camp.
Who runs the camp.
Well, as the bar, so to speak, not to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's
not
the top
Sheamus
guy.
Cesaro.
So I'm trying to figure out, okay, where are we going with this? He's the champ. Where would you put him? You say he's kind of a hybrid. I think he's more of a wrestler than he is a superstar, even though he is a superstar. But I think because he's a wrestler, that's why he's a superstar.
And Teddy wants you to be his Facebook friend.
Oh, I don't really. Okay.
Oh, Paige missed Smackdown because she got another job.
Maybe, Teddy.
Hey, Kashmir says the reason Paige wasn't on tonight was because she has another job at the sperm bank spitting in cups.
Oh, come on, man. JD, don't let them talk about your girl like that. I know he's watching on Tuesdays now.
Yeah.
He's probably mad tonight.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we'll get a call in from him at some point. Thank you guys on the board for joining us. We will see you next week. You can come to Mondays. I think Brian might still be showing up there.
Kevin will be there.
But he might defect. Who knows? Tune in next time. Same Smart time. Same Smart channel.
Please, listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Smarkdown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.